The current time is 3:01 Zulu time and 8:01 Central Standard Time, Tuesday, December 27th of 2016. In the last video I made, I showed you the KLM Multi-2700 that I picked up at an estate sale. Showed that it worked after fixing a microphone issue, but there were several grain of wheat lights that were not working. I went to the Radio Shack and I got me some more grain of wheat lights right here, and I opted, after I got back, to go ahead and just replace them with LEDs of various colors. I just thought that it'd be easier, not have to worry about changing them out anytime in the future. So I went ahead and I put the LEDs in here. So let's go ahead and take a look. We already know that it transmits and receives great, and we're going to see what it looks like now with the LEDs. The S meter and the power meter have a kind of a purple glow to it. I put green LEDs behind there. Or no, I take that back. I put blue LEDs behind there, and the lens of the gauge is tinted green. Kind of gave it this electric blue kind of look to it, and green LEDs on the VFO. You can tell, maybe it'd be easier if I cover it up here so it's not so blinding. The orange lenses here for the VFO selector, I didn't really like them. I just opted, I put a what did I put behind there? I think it was a blue LED behind there, and the blue and the orange ended up making nice purple. I don't know, just kind of customizing it. I changed out the lights there on the transmit and receive, and I put LEDs in. I left the Oscar one alone. It still works, and I'm sure that it probably still has a lot of life in it, because Oscar really doesn't get used that much anymore that I know of anyway. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm going to use it, so since it was a lot of extra work to get back to that one, I let it be. After cleaning all the paint off of the cabinet here, somebody had spilled some latex paint. It cleaned up pretty well. As you can see, it's not too terribly scuffed up. A couple little scuffs from over the years, but all in all, not a bad looking rig. Pulled all the knobs off, cleaned all the dust out from behind them, just cleaned the whole dashboard here. On a note about the LEDs, if you're going to do this, in case you've never done it before, if you're going to get rid of the grain of wheat lights and put in an LED, you just can't wire these into 12 volts. What you need to do is you need to get some resistors. And 12 volts, if you use a 400, or in this case a 390 ohm resistor on the LED, you'll be okay and you won't burn up the LED. But if you don't use the resistor, you will burn up the LED instantaneously. It might flicker for a second and then just die. And when you do wire these in case you didn't know, as you can see, one end of the LED lead, or one of the leads on the LED, is a little bit longer. That's the anode. That would be the positive current coming in. You want to put your resistor on the anode. Just make a little hook, bend a little hook at the end of that anode lead, and then use that to kind of twist your lead of your resistor around there, make a nice mechanical what's the word I'm looking for? Basically tie it together and then solder it together. The solder is not to hold things together, but to make an electrical contact. Make a good mechanical junction with that, and then solder it. And if you do that, you'll be okay. You don't need a resistor on the ground, or the cathode part of the diode. I hope this helps. So, this is KD9CTS. You guys have a wonderful evening, or whatever time of day it is where you're at. 73.